Welcome back to my kitchen. This morning I'm going to be trying a new exercise class at Pure Barre. They're offering a new class called Pure Barre, which is supposed to be pretty intense. I've been going to regular Pure Barre for about 2 years now. I've heard really good things from the teachers about the new class, so I'm really excited to give it a try. I'm taking class from one of my favorite teachers. Sarah's instructions are always really clear. I can always understand her. I like her a lot. I like everybody at Barre though. So we'll see how this goes. See you when I'm back. So class was a lot of fun. It goes by super quickly, so I don't know if I could give you a lot of details about what I just did. I remember a lot of push-ups, a lot of squatting, some lunging. It's overall really fast-paced, but I never felt lost. Actually, there was like 1 second where there was like a transition from some kind of squatting that we were doing, like maybe some kind of curtsy squatting thing we were doing, to rotating over to the side, and the side happened to be away from the instructor. And I'm going, wait, what are we doing? For like 2 seconds. But I would say for my first 5 regular Barre classes, I felt like that. I do think it builds a lot on what we do in regular Barre. If you try to do Pure Barre and you've never done regular Barre, I think you would get maybe a little less out of it because you wouldn't know which muscles, because when we go through the exercises more slowly in regular Barre, you kind of get the feeling of what muscles you're really supposed to be using. And so I think you'd get more out of it if you have had that experience. I also feel overall, my understanding is that one of the reasons they made the change from platform to Pure Barre is because people were concerned about the risk of injury. I haven't personally experienced injury from Pure Barre. I'm not like super knowledgeable. I'm just 48 years old. I'll be 49 soon. I like group exercise classes because I A, push myself harder, and B, I'm less likely to injure myself than if I'm working on my own. And I do feel like someone who was coming in to Pure Barre without having a solid foundation in Pure Barre could potentially be at greater risk for injury. So that's maybe one slight caveat with it. Overall, I don't feel like you're just not jumping around the way you did when they had this class they called Pure Barre, they called Platform, which actually the jumping was fine and it never bothered me. The class was fun. It goes by so quickly though. It was only 45 minutes. There is a big clock where I can see it, and I really didn't even look at it until we were more than halfway through, and I'm like, wow, really? We're more than halfway through. But we definitely recommend Pure Barre to anybody. At least my studio, everyone's super supportive of each other. The teachers are really pretty well trained in what they're doing, and they can help. It is designed. Sometimes when you think about who would be doing Pure Barre, you think, oh my God, are they all ballerinas and whatever? These perfect bodies, ballerinas and models and whatnot. And there are some people at our studio that are like that physically. They're all really nice though. There are also some people who have been there for a long time who are well past being in their 20s and 30s. And there are people who have different body types, different ages. And I feel like, especially with a knowledgeable teacher, the exercises can be adapted to work for anybody and not cause injury. I really recommend anybody give Pure Barre a try. This new class, Pure Barre Empower, I would say wouldn't make sense to you until you've been doing Pure Barre maybe at least 15 or 20 times. And you'll get more out of it. The more you've done Pure Barre, the more you'll get out of Pure Barre, just because you know, like when you get into a certain position, you know which muscles you're going to be working. It is more active. There would be people in various physical conditions who maybe would be able to handle regular Pure Barre and it would take a while to build up doing Pure Barre, but in general, it feels very accessible. And just looking around the room today, there were definitely a range of ages and body types and body conditions. And nobody left the room, nobody passed out, but it's very fast-paced. It did help having the teacher that I really like. And I know she's like really enthusiastic, but also gives like really clear instructions and really positive energy. So that definitely helps make it a positive experience. For me personally, if you have never tried Pure Barre and you're interested, do it. It's great. I would recommend Pure Barre to anybody, and I'm happy to talk more about that, but you probably don't want to be here all day. I hope I've inspired you to think about trying a new form of exercise yourself. If you enjoyed this video, click subscribe below. I'd love to hear about your favorite exercise class in the comments. See you tomorrow.